Hello. Hello. Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon from Italy and the Plane Shift Development Studio. That sounds good, huh? The Plane Shift Development Studio. Sounds kind of interesting. Well, basically my home, where sometimes during evenings, during holidays, during weekends, I develop games. Yeah, I develop games because I think developing games is fun and is exposing you to a lot of technology, actually. Which is very interesting at the end. Yeah. Hello, Tony. Hello, Zwanyot. Hello, Dwayne. Hi. Dwayne is probably a bot. Hello, bot. Anyway. So today we are going to upgrade to 427.2. And you may say, well, upgrade to 427.2 means waiting compilation time and nothing else. Well, yes, you are right. But the good news is that I just finished compiling at least Unreal Engine. And so at least the engine piece is done. Now it's recompiled. Now if it's working, I don't know, but at least it's done. And other things other things I would like to do, I would like to finish this chest, and I think we can work on this chest while we are recompiling. I already did a few changes and I'm trying to optimize it. And yeah. Sorry, it's two pieces, huh? It's the cover piece and the main body piece. Another thing I wanted to do, I wanted to try one time to use Twitch soundtrack. I have no idea if it will be blocked by YouTube. Maybe. So we will see, because as you know, we are streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And I would like to see, if it's actually getting blocked or not. So I think we will go for jazz. And then maybe we will go for lo-fi. Lo-fi, maybe we can start with lo-fi. Lo-fi should be really, really, really background music.
We all know quite a number of people who have everything that it would take to be happy.
What's this guy saying? I don't know. Anyway, we will try to run it for a bit, okay? And we will see if YouTube is blocking this. Hello, Fanner. Hi. Welcome.
Why?
Welcome. Just need to put it at the volume that is not annoying. Like that. Yeah, it takes forever to compile Unreal source code. Yes, it took, well, you know, the longest time was actually the update, the git fetch. The git fetch took nearly 2 hours. I don't know why. It downloaded about 5 gigabytes, but I think the download was not the real issue. Was I don't know. But anyway, it took about 2 hours. Now the compilation that I finished now, it probably took about 1 hour, roughly. I had 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. I had to patch a few files, and So I'm working on those few files and patch them properly. Now that we have the engine running, I mean, I always tend to refer to our guide just because I don't want to miss any steps, but basically wait, yes, I mean, we have some stuff to apply on Linux, but on Windows not too much. But I applied this diff, which is anyway a Linux diff, but I applied just to see, and I checked the XML. So now, what do we need to do? I think we need just to recompile plane shift, because, well, actually, yes, we just need to recompile plane shift actually. So I will so I deleted intermediate files. I deleted everything that was in intermediate, and so it's clean. It's fully clean, completely clean. I think we need to regenerate the project files. That would be a good idea. We just need to be sure that we are on the right version, but yes, we are. And so we will regenerate the project files. And now I think we will just open this SLN, the solution file, and we can go with that. Luckily, the engine gave 0 errors. I mean, it's expected to give 0 errors, you know, because it's a released, is a safe release, but you never know. Also including my patches, because we have few patches to the engine that we apply, and but yeah, it seems it worked fine. So we will go as usual with debug editor, but let me just double check. Yeah, we use the debug game editor as a default, so we cannot go through the editor while we are so the debug game editor Win64, and we set it as startup project, but it's already, so I think it should be fine. We will see if there are differences, so we're gonna build and see if there are any differences in okay, we will let it go. We will let it go and see what it's doing. Let's see. Okay, meanwhile, we continue to work on this chest. Now, I did some, so this is the texture of this chest, okay? And as you can see, it's very badly optimized. Even if it's a 2K texture, which is beautiful, is not really optimized, because there are, you know, pieces of this which are not only doubled, but some of them are triple, right? Are there like 3 times, and yeah, it's not very good. So the idea is to use only this texture space instead of the full one, right? only using this texture space if possible. So reducing it significantly and putting this at 1K. Right. Now I already did some of the work. I did quite some work already, and I managed to, you know, bring most of the elements mapped. You know, most of the elements mapped into this space, but I still have some pieces. For example, I have this block and I have this block here, which is actually yes, you see this block here, which is corresponding to the lid, which are not correctly positioned. So what I did, I moved some of the pieces on the texture. And now what I was about to do, I was about to check if we can... the only problem is, can I go network? Yes, I can. Because this one is actually the modified texture, so this one should go here. Well, in theory. Ah, yes, it did it. Okay, good. Good, it did it. So basically this piece that now is mapped in this location, we're gonna move it in the upper location. And I mean, it's not gonna make a lot of difference actually, so I think it's gonna be good. I think it's going to be okay. It needs to be the opposite of that. So basically, yes, I moved this piece, you know, to be here, and you see that it's matching. It's perfectly matching now. So we have the shadow. We have the shadow, which is this shadow, which is matching exactly what it was, right? So I mean, it's small things, but still it's good to have them in place. And the other piece is not on this, but is on the main chest. Is this part, right? And this part also I moved into this block with a bit of scaling actually, but I think it's pretty much okay. I mean, it should be fine. I scaled it, I mean, not much, but I scaled it a bit. Yeah, just, yeah, something like that. And even less than this. Now the tough part of this is that you need to scale not only... I think I fucked up this piece, huh? But it's cool, it's okay. It's such a small one that you can just move it like this and GG. So one problem of this texture is that yeah, it still has a lot of pieces which are not properly positioned, but as you can see, these pieces are basically you know, very similar to this one. So for example, that one I'm just gonna move here, no problem. This one is very similar to this, so we're just gonna move it here. I mean, I don't care too much about the border. I mean, it's not gonna make any difference. This one as well, you know, it looks very similar to, you know, a dirty part here. So I'm just gonna move it, rotate 90 and put it like here. Now we can check which one is it and see how it looks, but I think in general Should look fine. Yeah, it's the border of the lock, right? So I think it's perfectly fine. Now, if we want to enhance a bit the effect, we could just on the outside. Yes, exactly. On the outside, we could go here on this border, so we see the border on the texture, and I think it's probably a bit better, but no one will really look there, right? So I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's really fine. Now we have still few pieces that are let me see meanwhile our compilation, but I think it would take a bit. Wow, one failed. Instant one failed. Okay, let me see why. Cannot include camera shake. Okay, I think the camera shake was deprecated, if I remember right. Camera shake was deprecated, and so we need to change it. Now this is GitHub, so we can go and check. There is the ALS GitHub, so we can go, and there's ALS GitHub, and check exactly this file, so which is under public character animation notify. Public character animation notify, and the file is called ALS anim notify camera shake. ALS anim notify camera shake. Okay. Yes, you see that it's been changed from camera shake base to this. So we are gonna do the same change, and hopefully. Now the only problem is that if we are including, no, I think it's okay. I think it's okay because we are already pointing to the right header file, so I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, let's try again. And meanwhile, we continue with our chest. So we occupy the time. Yeah, there's another piece here, which is this one. This one actually, I think would be nice if we could keep it in good shape, because it's this guy. Now, this guy. Can we map it? Well, actually, yes, we can map it here super easy, so there is no need to actually change the texture. We can map it on this one, and I think it will really look identical if I map it properly. So, well, it's not exactly the same because here he has an additional borderinos, but I think it would be fine. The white part below, I mean, it's caused mostly by the fact that this is, you know, but we can also do that if you want. So the white part is less visible. I mean, again, not really important, right? But where is this guy mapped, by the way? This guy's mapped here. Okay, so yeah, that's the brother of this one. Okay, That's the brother of this one. So maybe we can... Yeah. Maybe we can map it here. But the only problem is that is mirrored, huh? So it's mirror on the X. Yes. It's mirror on the X, boys. Now, okay, like this I think is perfect, so we don't even use the upper part. So again, remember that our objective is to move all the UV so that they are inside this space, okay? So that we can just use this space and not everything else and scale it to 1K. And so we keep the quality. Now, as you can see, there are two more pieces. This one, and this one, which unfortunately are out and they are the side, so it's a pretty important piece. They are the side and they are different from these ones, so I think I would like to keep this pattern if possible. So the idea could be is that we move, you know, maybe one of these pieces to the left or to the right. Where are these pieces? Is here. Is here at the front? Well, this is an important one because it's exactly at the front. But I think if I move this, if I split selection, what? Okay. If I split selection and I move it, let me check the compilation meanwhile. One failed. GG. Discarding return value of function with non-discard attribute. What the fuck? What is this? It's because left is not... Haha, that's a very, very good one, boys. Left is actually returning the value. So this line is a mistake. This line is a mistake. Wow. Thank you, Visual Studio. New version, whatever. I have no idea why I didn't do it before, but yes, but these ones are potential mistakes. Yes, they are all mistakes. Wow. Thank you, Visual Studio. This time you helped me. These are all mistakes. Because this is not doing anything. This 2 upper is actually not getting executed. Well, this one, I don't know. Because this one was just a test. But anyway. This is also part of a bunch of tests, so... This one is a good one. This one is a good one. We are not sending anything. Oh, actually, we are sending the message twice. This one is a good one. I really like this error. Is great. It's absolutely helpful. Wow. Also, this one is a mistake. Wow. Same here. All these ones are actual errors. What I've said about your stream on the first day of the year? They complained a lot. They complained a lot. They complained about the VN La VN Rose, for example. They complained about all of this. I can show you. They complained about all of this. They complained about this. I complained about Levine Rose. They complained about Heartbreaker Anthem, David Guetta, Little Mix, and they complained about Levitating, the Dua Lipa. And so basically what they are saying here is that this video, you know, if we'll ever get money for whatever reason, you will not get money, and the money will be sent to these people instead. So we are sending money to Edith Piaf, for example, right? If that video will ever be monetized. I knew it already. I mean, I was sure it would happen, but it's okay. It's an 11:32 hours video. I will have to download it. It will be 1,000,000 gigabytes, and I will have to then edit, mute, and upload again. So I'm not gonna do it. I will just leave it as it is. So here we have a bit of a problem because here we have a bit of a problem. This is the difference though. This is the difference, boys. Now I don't know if there are other changes. For sure this file was modified. Now we can check if there are changes also here in the private version. So we can go private, character, animation, notify, camera shake. Client play, camera shake. Client start, camera shake. Holy shit. There seems to be some changes actually, yes. But maybe they just changed the name. Probably not. Okay, we will see. Let me recompile and see. Yeah, there are some changes anyway. There are some changes, unfortunately. This one is an error inside get exchanged items. Very good. I don't know if we ever tested this, but this is definitely another mistake. It is definitely another mistake, boys. Okay, it's compiling. Succeeded! You! Wow. It succeeded, boys. Okay. Interesting. You can see if it works now, but before seeing if it works, let me go a bit further with this. With this chest. 1 second. I like the lo-fi. I like the lo-fi. Unfortunately, it's not video game music. I should remove the Winamp at the bottom. Okay, so we need to take this and move it somewhere else. Okay. The easiest is to move it. Well, first of all, move one on top of the other, and that's easy. This will not change anything, hopefully. So these are the two sides, this side and this side. So I can take this one, and we can move it on top of that one. Yeah, it's slightly different, but very little. This one is just a bit more ruined, you know, but we don't really care. I mean, we don't really care. So now the problem will be that we need to have this piece moved somewhere else. My suggestion is to move it inside of this, right? To move it here in the middle. We don't even have to scale. So the problem is that we need to move this guy, which is actually this piece, probably here, but as you can see, it looks pretty much perfect. I mean, no one is really noticing that. Right? No one is really going to notice the difference. Now, there is a bit of a, you know, annoyance. There is a bit of annoyance here at the connection, but it's basically invisible, so I think it's a good change. Now, oh, what happened? Wait, something bad happened. Ah, yes, now it's okay. So now the other thing we need to do is to move this piece inside of this, but for this I need to change the texture, okay? And I need to change it in a way that all the pieces are the same. So I need to do it on another PC. And I will do this. I can describe you what I'm doing. So I'm basically moving that piece on all the 3 layers. So let me try and see if and how this works. So we need to do what? We need to move this one, we need to move it here. Okay. And this one is starting where Okay, I think I understand. So I don't need okay. I don't need so do we need the upper part or the lower part? We need the upper part, we need the upper part. So we need to select a bit cautiously, but we need to select where is the top. The top is at the top, the top is here. Okay, so we need to select something like, no, we need to select
What's coming to you? The world should go.
and then at the bottom, okay, okay, I think I got it. So this one will have to be moved. Down there. Sorry, I'm on another screen, so you cannot see what I'm doing. I know it's a bit annoying, but that's the way it is. Okay. So I'm moving it here. I'm moving it. Yes. And now. And now. Yes. Yes. And yes. Okay. I think we are good, boys. I think we are good. So now I need to export this. Export. Is our mod. Yes. Alb mod. Yes. Alb mod. Do you want to replace it? Yes. Okay. Alb mod. So now if I reload it from here. Now if I reload it from here. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. So I can take this, right? And I didn't do any particular manipulation to this. I mean, it's slightly smaller, but you know, very little. So I think it's okay, actually. I think it is okay. It's slightly smaller, but what? Wait. Wait a second. Yes, there are two of them. Yeah, obviously. It's two faces here. It's two faces. Because we touched the back. So it's that part. And okay. I think we did a good job. think we did a good job. Okay. So now that we have this here, we can just double check that all the UV are contained. There is still this shit. What is this? This one is probably the top. Yeah, it's probably the top of the lock. This is probably the top of the lock. Yeah, it is the top of the lock. Now, where can we remap that? Or do we remap it here in the middle? Something that we can do. It's a bit annoying because I have to move again the texture and everything, but or we just take, you know, a dirty surface like that and we move it there. I mean, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Do I have any other place that looks like that? No. Well, I can take this piece, it's not a problem. I can take this piece and move it up. I mean, it's a bit useless, I have to say, but I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. So let me try to create that. I will have to move it, so we will move it in the middle. Yeah, exactly on top of the other guy. Okay. We will move it on the top of the other guy. Fine. So I do this. I do this. Sorry, I'm on another screen, 1 second. I'm on another screen, boys. I do this. And I move it, and I move it like any place, like here. Okay. Okay. Now we apply the same. Now wait a second. Now we apply the same here, and we apply the same here. Perfect. Okay, now I export. Well, because there are few steps, unfortunately. I mean, it's not such an easy process. Now I'm exporting this, yes, because I have 2 other layers. That's the problem. To album mod, yes, to album mod, yes, replace. Yes, replace, and then we do the RMA, the NRM, or whatever it's called, right? Now the important point is that RMA, this is the RMA. And then we do the normal. Okay, we do the normal export. Okay, this is the normal. Okay, I know it's a small piece, but I still wanted to do it properly. So now if I reload this guy. If I reload this guy, yes, it's no more here. You see there is no more there, but is wait, no, what is going on? No, 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 no. Yes, exactly. But now it has been moved. Has been moved here, right? So we have the same effect. Again, it's not a very important piece, I know, but I just like doing things right sometimes. Only sometimes. Always fun attending a church meeting through Zoom. Wow. Your church is Zoom enabled? Wow. That's good. That's pretty good. So they because you cannot go by because of COVID, and so you can do it by, yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. Okay, so we have this. So we need to double check. Are there any pieces missing down below here? No. Down here? No. Up here? No. Okay, perfect. So this object on this side is perfect. So we can save it. And we can check the other one, which is this top, right? That should have the same. Fuck. Here there are still some pieces, actually. Shit. There are still some pieces. Yes, there are. There is this piece and this piece. In theory, we could put them both like inside of this. I can do it, but I have to. I mean, it takes me a bit of time, but I think we should do it maybe. There seems to be two pieces that are kind of relevant, so I think they are the only two missing, by the way. I think everything else is mapped now properly, except these two pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna move these two pieces inside of this. Okay. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Let's try. This would be like this. So we want to move it on the top left. Yes, on the top left. So I need to cut. I need to cut what? I need to cut this one. No, because we have it already. But this one and this one, eh? This one and this one. Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand. Well, cutting this one is easy. Cutting this one is easy. And the only problem is to move it in the right place. To move it down there. Let's see. Okay. So I did one piece. Now I'm gonna do the second one. I'm still on another screen, boys? I'm on another screen. So I'm gonna cut this guy. I'm gonna cut this guy. And I'm gonna move it here. Okay. I think we are good. I think we are good. So perfect. Perfect. Okay, now I will re-export the result, and at this point, you know, at this point I think I can just cut it off. What about I think I could well, to cut it off is kind of easy though, because I can just cut off this piece. I can just cut off this wall piece. Yes, I think we're gonna do it now. So I think I can simply now I have to avoid making a mess, but so is the top left going down this line, huh? I have to go down that line, okay, and then going horizontal here. We don't need anything below here. Okay. Okay, I see. So I will do a full cut like that. Let me just see where we arrive in terms of okay, we arrive exactly here at the bottom, so it should be perfect. I think my cut is perfect. Okay, now, if I export this, and yes, I'm still on another screen, but I will be there in a second. If I export this to yes, albedo, so the diffuse, we export this as RMA. That is the RMA. That is the RMA, and we export the normal. And we export the normal. Export as normal. Yes. Okay, I exported them all, so we have all three maps now. We have all three maps, so we should be good. So if I reload this one, okay, yes, obviously, yes. Obviously now the size of the picture is different, so yes, I understand. It's not a problem. Everything will work. Don't panic. We're good. We just need to take this. Well, actually, we need to take all three. We need to take all three, and we need to make them power of 2. Hello, Constrabus. Was the process updating to 4.7 difficult? No, we are running it in parallel, so it's running in parallel. Actually, it build succeeded few minutes ago, but meanwhile I'm trying to do something else because there is a lot of compilation time, you know, it's just waiting the compilation. But basically what I did, I executed just if you want to know, I executed this list of commands that we have on our wiki. So on our wiki under Unreal Engine, PS Unreal Programming, Unreal Engine is, by the way, is public wiki, so you can see it. I have this list of commands just for the Git updates. So I did a git fetch, git reset hard, git checkout, and then I did a git status and generate setup, generate project files, and then I have some files that I have patched. So we have patched the engine for some stuff that we need, right? And the engine is doing differently, so I had to repatch those files and then recompile. So this git fetch took about 2 hours. I don't know why, but it took so much. The recompilation of EU took about 1 hour. And then we moved to PlaneShift, and the PlaneShift compile went kind of okay. We had some deprecation and some issue with ALS camera shake, but I think they are fixed. And now a few minutes ago we managed to get a succeeded. So I think that now that we have the succeeded, we can actually test if it works or not. Meanwhile, I was trying to fix this chest, and this is what I'm going to do now and finish it, so we can then dedicate to testing 427.2. Now we need this image to be. We need this image to be. What? What? No, wait a second. Wait a second. Ah, okay. I was like, what the fuck? They're all wrong. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, these are the good ones. These are the good ones. These are the good ones. And these ones we need to make. Cannot reorder. Okay, cannot reorder. This one we need to make square, right? So I think we are going to cut off. We are about 100 off, but it's okay. No, we're not gonna cut off. We're gonna put some border and whatever it is. So we will do image canvas sides, and we will go to 1418. I know we're gonna lose a bit of space probably at the bottom, yes, but I don't really care. We're gonna do the same here. 1418, and we're gonna do the same here. 1418, right? So we're gonna use only this piece of the texture actually, but we significantly reduce compared to before, and now we do a scale. Now the problem of the scale. Yeah. The problem of the scale, I can scale the albedo map with no issue, but I cannot scale the RMA. So so this one we can scale 124, which anyway is a beautiful map. And I would say we're just gonna save it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna save it on top. I think we don't care. Just gonna save it on top. The problem is the RMA, because the RMA is actually built of different channels, and if you just scale it, you're gonna destroy it. So we need to do the trick that I don't know if I remember, but I mean, we did it already, so it should be okay. By the way, I don't know why we have an alpha channel on a normal map, but okay. So this one cannot be scaled, right? Cannot be scaled without doing damages. So to scale it, the only way is to decompose, right? Assuming that this guy can do it, because the last time he didn't do it. But he must do it now because we really need it. So we need to decompose the components into 3 images. We don't need to decompose to layers. We need to decompose to separate pictures. Yes, exactly. You see that it decomposed the three channels. Now we need to be sure that we are not fucking up the sequence, obviously. So the blue is the last one, the green is this one, and the red is the first one. Okay, nice. So 1, 2, and 3. So they have to be recomposed in the same way. So now we are gonna do this. We are going to scale those 3. I think so. We're gonna scale. We're gonna scale this. Hello, Matt. You love the lo-fi? Is that Twitch lo-fi? Is the Twitch soundtrack? I don't know what YouTube will say about it, so we will see. I just launched Soundtrack Twitch Beta, which is an app that you can download for free, and you can choose this different genre. So lo-fi, rap, pop, electronics, dance, rock, indie, R&B, reggaeton, Latin, jazz, classic, and metal. And in theory they say that is copyright free or copyright paid by them already for Twitch. Now I have no idea what will happen on YouTube because it's done for Twitch, but we are streaming on YouTube at the same time, so I don't know. We will see. When the stream is ending, we will know. So now we scale this to 124, right? And yes, we are doing a bit of damages, but fairly low damages in this scaling, because we are scaling each individual layer. Right? And now I don't remember if I can do just recompose or if I need to scale first and then recompose. I think I will scale first and recompose. And just to be sure, you know, I'm gonna do this. Because when we recompose, we should get, you know, we should get the right image, and I want to be sure that we have the right image when we recompose. So if I go recompose, no, I think I was doing it differently. I was then copying the layer on top of the, yeah, I think I was doing this. I was selecting this, copy paste, go here, select only the red channel and paste on red channel. select only green channel and paste to green channel. Select only blue and paste blue. Something did not work. Wait. Why is doing this? I was not doing this. I was not doing this, huh? How was I doing it? I think I took a note. Fuck. Didn't take a note. No. Because actually I cannot recompose by... You see that I cannot click recompose? I think I posted it on the internet somewhere. Fuck. I think I posted it somewhere in decompose image. We'll never find it again. Yeah, exactly. I just paste the selection of one document RGB into the desired RGB. This is exactly what I'm doing. I mean, I think I'm doing it right, but for some reason, I mean, I think I'm not really sure I'm doing it right actually, but the first thing that I don't know is if okay, let me try again. We go this, which is in theory the red color. Okay, so I want to paste only on red. Should I remove all the others when I do this? And the problem is that it's not doing it. It's not doing it because it's not compatible. Do I need to select hey, I only have one channel, I know. Why is it not pasting anything? So let me do one thing. Floating layer selection. Come on. Am I painting on something or not? Okay, so when it's black is selected, okay? When is gray is not selected. I think that was the mistake probably. When is black is selected. So to select only red, I need to do this. Right? Okay. Wait. I think it was just a mix up in the selection. So I select all, and I paste only on top of the red. Okay, nice. Then I select only the green, because it must be only the green. I select all, and I paste only on the green. And then I select only the blue, and I paste only on the blue. Now if I put them together, yes, the only problem is why there is my red thingy at the back. Why there is the red sign at the back if I pasted the wall layer? Because it's on the alpha. You think it's on the alpha? I mean, it should not be on the alpha in any way. I mean, for sure in the red we have this, which doesn't include. Okay, now I removed it. The problem, bro. Now it's there again. Now it's there again. Because there is a floating selection. Why there is this floating selection? I think when I'm pasting not on one channel, but I'm pasting on all of them. I think that's the issue, boys. Okay, let's try with a clean thing, but I think something is definitely not working here. Can I remove the alpha channel from this layer? Because anyway I will not need it. Thank you. So I select only the red, right? I select only the red, and I paste only the red. Unfortunately the other one is alpha. No, we don't want the alpha on the other one. So maybe I can remove the alpha as well from these guys. No, there is no alpha channel here. Meh. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Don't understand what is going on. I'm not pasting on the channel. I'm pasting on the full image. I'm not pasting on a channel. I'm pasting the full image. I'm not pasting on a channel. That's the problem. Yeah, exactly. I'm pasting the full image. I'm not pasting on a channel. It's completely ignoring my channel thingy. Completely. Oh my god, I need to find back that it was an Answerab post. Fuck, why I didn't well, maybe I can go to Answerab and check my post. Can you make light mass, underwater depth, auto spawn an actor, Visual Studio IntelliSense, ear character, XML file, class finder, 424, set collision, get it result, reading asset outside the package name, text box. That's too old, I think. Text box, probably transfer tool, feedback on new doc site. Probably was not on Answer App then. I'm pretty sure it was on Answer App actually. Fuck, I lost it, boys. Why I didn't put it in our wiki? Are we sure that I didn't put it in our wiki? Decompose. I mean, let me search GIMP colors. Channel packing. But channel packing we go here, but channel packing is a way of combining grayscale mask or texture into a single image by placing them within the RGB channel of a color image. First, create an individual texture. For example, in a tint mask of the Noltrir arm, create a simple black and white mask of the skin in the character texture. When you have created the three desired texture, make sure your image is set to gray. I think this is the mistake. I didn't do it grayscale. Make sure your image mode is set to grayscale. Okay. I think that's probably the fuck up. Wait. So if I go image mode, and it is already grayscale, boys. It's already grayscale. So wait. I'm thinking. I think I know what to do. Wait. I had an idea. I just had an idea. Let's do this. Copy, paste, new layer. Let me delete this layer. Delete. So let's do it with the three layers. Separate 3 layers. No. Separate 3 layers, and then when we have the 3 layers, we do recompose, okay? Like this, separate 3 layers. Now, I don't know if we start with the bottom, we start with the top, that I have no idea. But I cannot recompose though. I cannot recompose. Okay, I have another idea. Wait, I have another idea. I have another idea. So this one is at the moment image properties. Okay. 1418 image. Okay, 1418. And this one's 1418. Let me decompose to layers, okay? Let me decompose to layers. Yes. Okay, so now we actually decompose. Can we recompose now? This is how I was doing it then. I was doing it in layers. And then I was copying the... Okay, so let me try to now scale to 124. I think that's the way I was doing it then. Blender, please don't crash. Okay. I think this is the way I was doing it. So now we have this one which can be recomposed, and he has 3 layers corresponding to the 3 thingies. So now we go in our modified, yes, and we copy paste in each layer. So we paste on top of red. Well, maybe it's not even needed actually, because since he split and I did the resides after, I think the resides was done properly. But anyway. Yeah, I think the resize was done properly if you do it split like that, but just in case. Okay, so basically now I have the 3 of them on an image that has been rescaled separately and is 124. Okay, good. So now we can just do recompose, and I think it would be fine. What? It did nothing. Do you need to select? Why didn't recompose? What? It didn't recompose shit. Do you think it's recomposing into this one? Probably. Source layer not found. Why? Why? He's probably recomposing inside this image, huh? He's probably recomposing it inside this image. Why is so annoying, this thing? Why? Why has to be so annoying? Decompose. So it's basically creating a okay. I think I got it. So now if I do this, okay, and I recompose, this one is getting changed, not this one, right? The source one is getting changed. Is that correct? Ah, okay. So it's going back to the original image. Okay. Okay, my only issue is that I need to scale it. I need to scale it 124. And I need to scale 124 also the source one. And then he needs to recompose it properly with the same sides. I hope he can do it. So if I scale this one, and I mess it up, so just that we see that he's actually doing the job, right? Okay. Jesus, he did it. Oh my. Okay, so yeah, it's a bit of back and forth between these two. Can we change this and explain it, because it's basically impossible to understand. Can we say procedure I used for RMA texture, right? So procedure used for RMA textures. So I got my RMA. So load the RMA texture, then load the RMA texture, then colors decompose, colors component decompose, colors components decompose, right? And this is going to create a separate, and that's the trick, a separate image with each channel being one layer, right? So do your changes, example resides on the new image and the old image if needed. Then colors component recompose, then select the first image and colors component recompose. This will take the changed layers and copy them into the source image. So basically you always need to keep these two alive. So you always need these two alive. Okay, so fine, I pasted it here so I remember for the future, because I did it already a few times, but it was a long time ago. Okay, so now this one is basically our correct RMA scale 124 without destroying the channels, right? So I can actually export it, right? And if I look at the single channels, they should look clean. Yes, you see the blue is clean, the green is like this, and the red is the dirtiest one. Yes. So they are correct now. Okay, good. And we are at 220. Okay. It took a lot of time, but that's what we had to do. Okay, now if I copy these three guys and I bring them to my PS Unreal. No, wait. Well, yes, but before doing that, we need to be sure that... Okay, let's reload. Wait. Let's reload this. And you see that now is the new texture, but obviously is a bit fucked up because we scaled the texture, right? So what we need to do, we need to set our we need to set our guy here in 0, 0, 0 in 0, 0, right? So that we can scale by cursor. We take everything and we just scale, and in theory it should go in place. Now finding the right spot will not be very easy. Yeah, these two are fucked up, but we know why, right? We know why. Now the problem is to be sure that we get the right scale. Yes, I think like this is perfect. Yes, it looks why is looking completely fucked up here? Ah, sorry, because we are editing the lid. I was saying, what the fuck? But no, because we are editing the lid at the moment. Okay, that is the one that we are editing. So yeah, we just have 2 pieces to fix. This guy that now we can put here. This guy that now we can put here. We need to scale him a bit. Because he's the back, but anyway. Okay, and this guy that we put here. Perfect. And this guy, I don't know who is it, but I think it's just who is this guy? Yeah, it's that one. It's fine. We can put it anywhere. We can put it anywhere. Okay. Okay, now this lead should be as expected, right? Should be as expected. Okay. Now we need to do the same thing on the chest. Now we need to do the same thing on the chest, and then we can test our 427. I will do it in a second. So we scale based on cursor, and we go up. And magically, look at the magic, boys. Look at the magic. Look, it was like this. Look at this magic. It's like compiling a Rubik cube. And boom. You know, it becomes perfect. Now we just need to see if we are really perfect or not. Okay, I think now we are. Yes. Yes. Okay, good. Now we are perfect. Okay, so what we did, just to summarize, because you will be like, what the hell this guy is doing? Why is spending so much time on a chest? And by the way, why didn't keep it as it was at the beginning? Well, the reason is that basically what we did, we reduced the texture by 4 times in terms of weight, you know, on the engine, and we basically have the same visual quality, or nearly the same visual quality that we had before, right? So I'm very happy about that. It was a bit of a mess, but we did it while waiting the compilation of the engine. So now if I take these 3 textures and I export these 2 pieces, we should be good, and we can see them in the engine. Active object, geometry, edge, export, active object, lead, active object, edge. Okay. This work is finished. And it should be good. Now, let's see if our engine is actually working. I don't know if it is. It says successful compilation, so I think we will just launch the editor and see what happens. We will just launch the editor, boys. Well, I think the editor will work, you know, kind of 100%. The problem is if the game works. But let's start with the editor. Okay. ALS CPP was designed for 426. Attempt to load it anyway. Okay, so To avoid that error, I think we can just go to ALS and change the 427 too. I'm all excited. I'm all excited to be on the new release. Do you think it will work? Yes, for sure it will work. I think it will. I think it will. I mean, at least the editor will. So to avoid that error, I think we just need to go into plugins and very simply say to our nice plugin that we converted it to 427 here. So we just say, hey, you are on 427 now and you are compatible with 427. So basically we declare that is compatible. So we remove that error because we know it is. We know it is. Compiling shaders. Compiling shaders. Compiling shader, boys. Yeah, compiling shaders is done only the first time, so it will take a bit, but it's done only once. Also, I completely deleted the intermediate directory. So I think he has to rebuild a few things. By the way, guys, if you are a Patreon, I guess you just need to click and confirm something on Patreon, because I know that this happens every month. Like, I think that some of you have explicit confirmation month by month, which is okay. And so we went from 57 to 51 just because maybe some confirmation didn't go through or something. But yeah, but we reached 57 yesterday, so I think we will get it back. It's compiling shaders. Compiling shader, compiling shader, compiling shader. I was thinking, if we are using an asset that is part of the starter content and for some reason it gets changed by Unreal, we will probably never know. Compiling shaders. 40 left in theory, but I think there are multiple passes. There are multiple passes. Compiling shaders 10. Initializing. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading. Building, building. Initializing. Loading, preloading. Building meshes. Building mesh Oculus Rift. Okay. Maybe I should disable some plugins like the Oculus Rift. If we are not using them, I think it's a bit useless to have them in the engine, but I think it is a bit useless. Loading package. Client stuff. He's loading our stuff now. He's loading our game. Client startup map. He's loading our stuff right now. Wow, it's taking forever, but I think it's just the first time because I deleted all the cache and everything, so. I was not expecting this to take so much. And considering we have only few maps in, we don't have all the maps. It's kind of looping on the same one. Client startup map again. Client startup map, UMap. Okay, it's doing something. Okay. You compiling shaders again. I mean, it compiled shader for 1 hour, but look at the bottom right, compiling shaders again. 17,000. Okay. Okay, but at least our project seems to be loading. Shared data cache is not in use. What do you mean? Because I moved it? I think I moved that. Disabling shared DDC. Derived data cache. Under general settings? No. Under global. Global doesn't exist. What do you mean global? Probably then it's the editor preference. Ah, yes, it's the editor preference. Global local DDC path. Adjust the global local DDC caching location. This expect every project on your computer using UA data cache environment variable in mind we are overriding. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it's saying that there is not this setting, and so okay, we can M2. I think he's rebuilding everything, boys. I mean, only the cache, but he's rebuilding a ton of stuff. I think it may take some time. Assuming that some of you is alive and listening, we need at least 4 or 5 people. I'll just say 3 or 4 people, otherwise bit point. .425 you should delete. 425 is not needed anymore for sure. What are the new features? Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe we can look at the new features while this thing is compiling shaders. Unless you want to play a marbles game. Warning. Warning, you may die. Okay, I know it, thank you. There is always a chance. I think it would be hard to execute this. My PC is too busy at the moment compiling stuff. What do you mean shared data cache is not in use, performance is impacted? I just said it. I just said it. I mean shared data cache. I did global data cache. Isn't the same? I mean... I did it there, and he's actually also writing stuff to it. Why is saying that the data cache is not I don't know. I have it. Is writing stuff to it right now. Is writing gigabyte of stuff to it. So I guess it's good. Okay, who is ready for a marble game? We will try. Marble game. The game is about to open in a new browser. What the fuck? Exclamation mark, play. Boys? Okay, Hula is in. King's Roar is in. Yes, you are in, man. You are here in the list. I am in. Marcellum is in. Toraro is in. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? Anyone else? Okay. 18 seconds. Fanner joined at the last minute. Fanner joined at the last minute. We are starting, boys. There are no prizes, but still. Still, you know, we want to win while our shaders are compiling. Oh, everyone is starting very slow. Trying to go toward the middle. I don't know if anyone has a strategy. There are two Fanner because the blue Fanner is the record of the game. I mean, for us. So that blue Fanner is the one that did the best score at the moment, while the white Fanner, which is that one, is the real player now, okay? So the blue is the best score of the game. Is the quickest time. We are spinning, 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 spinning. Spinning, spinning. At the moment, I don't see who is ahead. I don't know. I don't know. We are spinning a lot. Spinning a lot. Going horizontal. The first one that takes a tangent is... Ooh, Toraro is moving down. Toraro is moving down very quick. Is the first to exit. King's Roar is just next. Chasing Toraro. Now there are some bumps. And... King's Roar is taking ground. Is going fast. He didn't take the acceleration. But King's Roar is first at the moment. There is a big jump. I don't know what will happen. There is a big jump. You can die. No, you don't die. Okay. Meanwhile, behind that, Marcellum is second now. Fanner is second. Toraro. What happened to Toraro? Oh my god. Toraro is here. Ah, no, he's here. King's Roar at the moment is still in the first position. Marcellum in acceleration. Like a boss, but sorry, Marcellum, you accelerated too much and you jumped down. And sorry, Marcellum is dead. Fanner, which is the best time, the blue one is the best time. Okay, this is not a player. Is going through some bumps now. The real people. King's Roar is still leading, and Fanner is next. And Toraro is third and Plane Shift is fourth and Ula Jump is last, but is planning to gain more ground. And here is the ending. Fanner the best, the best time already arrived, and King's Roar is actually first. You predicted it, man, and you arrived first. And Plane Shift is actually second, because being the owner of the game, I cheat a bit, I don't know. But Hula is third and Fanner is fourth, and Toraro was actually really in good position at the beginning, but then zoom, he was surpassed. Meanwhile, thank you for the raid, Devro. Thank you. And hello. Thank you a lot for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Sorry, we were playing a small game while waiting the compilation of shaders of Unreal. Is still compiling shaders, 2001 and 30 shaders. So, but maybe we can play one game with the people that joined. Do you want to play, guys? Yeah, let's play a game with the raiders. Let's play a game with the raiders, okay? Since you are here, boys, it's very easy to play. You basically don't have to do anything. You just have to enter the game and that's it. So we will go for this one, the factory. Record time 14 seconds. Now let's do something that is a bit longer, like this one, 1 minute and 03. Wow, this seems to be super long. Okay, let's race on this one. So if you want to play, you can type !play, !play in the chat, and you will be added to this list. !play, boys. Let's go. I will join the race myself. Too ambitious. Yes. You have to type !play in the chat. Like that. Yes, exactly. You have to be on Twitch. If you are on YouTube, unfortunately, you cannot do it. Let's see if any of the raiders is awake or they were actually lurking like a boss. I think they were lurking like a boss. Devro, that did the raid, at least is awake. Hello, Devro. Hi, thank you for the raid. Very appreciated. It's very nice of you. I will try to raid you back when I can. Guys, !play. You can do it. Yeah, you have to watch at your screen and realize that we are playing a game. And then you have to go to the chat and type !play. !play. Sometimes you need to with the people in the chat, you know, it's like this. You have to convince them to do things because they are a bit lazy. They are a bit lazy, and they by default they don't do stuff. They !play. No, they are all dead. They are all dead. They are all lurking there. Okay. We will start, okay? There will be a countdown of 20 seconds. So you still have 20 seconds to join. You still have 20 seconds to join, boys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. By the way, we have a global leaderboard for our channel, so... Look at this beautiful level. Marcellum is taking the lead. Hula is following very close. Kingsroad is saying, no, I'm second. You are not second. Oh my god, there are... What the fuck? There are fireballs coming down. I think they can hit you, actually. Boom, a fireball just landed. Trying to kill people. Oh my. Boom is hitting people all the time. Marcellum still first, no fear. He doesn't fear fireballs. He doesn't fear anything. King's Road is saying, can I win again? And he's just second. And Plane Shift is third. And then Devro, then Hula, and then Fan are on the back. Marcellum is going very quick. It's going very quick at the moment. It seems to be a very long road, though, if you look at this. I mean, there are a lot of towers and bridges and castles. And Marcellum is just pushing through. Ouch! Marcellum got hit and slowed down. He didn't die, but he was slowed down a lot. And he's now between the debris. Yes, is stopped by that. But at the same time, at the back, we have the same problem. Because the fireballs are also leaving some debris on the road. So Marcellum is first, King's Road is second, but King's Road managed to go through and is now first. Now at the back meanwhile, I mean quite far I have to say. Devro is making his way through this and Hula is following. Hula is watching, I think he's watching the burning window. Hula, the burning window is nice, but you should move forward. And meanwhile, King's Road is still first and is leading. Marcellum, though, managed to pass. And, ooh, but there is a big bunch of debris here, which can delay everyone a lot. In fact, King's Roar is into some debris, cannot move. Devro say, hello, my side is clean. And so it's just going through, but it's a freaking mess. This level, boys, is incredible. Devro gets also stopped, and King's Roar is coming back. I mean, it's a big fight. Meanwhile, at the back, Hula managed to get the 3rd place and Plane Shift the 4th one. And at the back, Fanner and Marcellum are fighting to get forward. And the end is very close. Now, King's Roar is 1st. Devro is 2nd, but they are very, very close. King's Roar goes blocked. Devro is going in. Yes, Devro arrived first. And Hula, who was actually stuck in the same place. And he's saying, hey, a nice place here. Nice place. I like it. I like to stay here. Yeah, it's a good place. And King's Roar decided to go back and meet the other people and say, hello guys, how are you? Is everything okay? You see, it's going backward. I don't know why, but it is. And so Hula arrives 2nd. And Fannar arrives 3rd. Look at that. And Marcellum is arriving 4th. And King's Roar, I don't know, it was so nice of you. He really went back to meet everyone and say hello, and now is chilling here. He's going backward, really. I don't know why, but and Plane Shift as well decided to go back, and they all died. Yeah, so the final result is Devro came 1st. This is obviously rigged, thanks to the raid. It is obviously rigged. And Hula Jump came 2nd, and Fannar 3rd, and Marcellum 4th. Now, there are also some comments in the chat. The winner says, this is how we roll. Very good. The 4th place is saying, I'm rushing. And King's Roar is saying, lol, I'm going back. This map is weird. Okay, good. This was a long one. I never did this one. There are hundreds of maps. Well, not hundreds, but dozens at least. So we have our leaderboard. We have a local leaderboard. And actually, Hula is 1st now with 20 points. He participated to 26 races. Not bad. Plane Shift, well, I mean, obviously I'm always here, so I have a bit of an advantage because I'm always participating to races. Maybe I should skip a few. Tiak Nashin is 3rd. One Learner, we lost him. Where is One Learner these days? I don't know. Fannar, Toraro was here, didn't play. And Devro now is 3 points. So in King's Roar is 3 points. Well, not bad. There is the wins, total wins, 6, 5, 3, 4. So Hula won 6 races. Yeah, it's rigged. I agree, absolutely rigged. Okay, guys, I think that we finished the the recompilation. Okay, first thing we check is our map opening. I mean, I hope the answer is yes, but you never know. That is the first thing that we check with the new engine. Is our map loading up? By the way, there is more info here now. Interesting. Our map seems to be opening. It's taking a bit. It's taking its time. He's taking his time. 100%. Wow. Yeah, I opened the task manager. I wanted to see what was the bottleneck, but even the task manager is having issues. And we are skipping frames meanwhile. No, we are not skipping frames. Yeah, we are CPU bound. 100% CPU. And compiling shaders. Well, I was expecting that. I was expecting some nice shader recompilation. My machine is dying. My machine is dying completely, but okay. Recompiling. Well, while it's recompiling, maybe we can import the chest just because we can. Under containers. So if I go under containers and first thing I will have to do, I will have to copy now those files, these 3 files that are now final. I think we can just copy them and put them in our Unreal Engine source directory. So basically here. Chest 02. Well, it's not really chest 02. What? Marketplace imported. Okay, we basically put everything inside. Yeah, I will have to split those things one day. Because I have a bunch of stuff which is marketplace imported and not really properly categorized, which is very unprofessional, I know. Okay, so we put this here, and then chest body, chest lid, chest improved texture. Yes, this one we need to put in. This one we need to put in SVN. Okay, so I think we copied those textures there, which is good. And now we are going to put them into the engine while it is recompiling shaders like a boss. I think it finished. Okay, nice. It finished. Yeah, the level seems to be okay. Now, if it works for real, we will see. I'm expecting some errors anyway, because I'm expecting some stuff maybe on the XML side, because I did some changes on the XML and okay, we will see. So let me import here under containers these 3 guys. And yes, we did an incredible job really on this chest. Maybe you didn't realize, but they say the marketplace chest was completely unusable. So I don't know how many thousands and thousands of polygon it was, and the texture were super, you know, big and unoptimized, and so I really did a lot of work on this chest. Do you want to override the existing asset? No. What do you mean, do you want to override the existing asset? Didn't we say that it was not there? Do you want to override? Ah, because I did it yesterday. Yes, yes, I want to override. Well, if you don't do a mess, please, but otherwise I'm gonna delete it. But yes, I would like to override, yes. If you can. What? He asked me to override and then... And because I was not in containers? Probably. Probably. And the body. Okay, so now that we have these two, we just need to create a material based on the chest number 2. And this material will be this material. Oh, we are using already 427, by the way. So we are working in 427 at the moment. We need to see if our game works with it. But I think there is no way back, you know. I think there is no way back. Now, the R is the roughness, right? The G is the metallic. And the B is the ambient occlusion. Right? It looks absolutely beautiful. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So now we associate to our two pieces. In this case, I wanted to do the body and the lead separate. It's not always that we do like this, but in this case we did. And here you have it. A super optimized, low poly chest. And you know what? We're gonna put it in our level immediately. I know already where I want to put it, because I want to put it in the... Let's go down. And I want to put it here, where we said, what about a fancy chest? And then we said, we don't have one. And so we said, we need to import. And now we did it. Oh, that's so small. That is so small. Well, we can scale it, but I didn't realize it was so small. Okay. Well, it would be better if we export it so that the location of the lid is the same as the location of the chest, actually. Yeah, probably I should do that, right? I should have, because like this, it's not very easy. I think we can just center this guy and I think we can just well, I think the best is if we do this. Look. We do this corner, G with this corner, huh? No, wait. Active element. What? Okay. You didn't like me, huh? No. Why active element? What? Active element. Bro. Okay. It doesn't want to do it. I don't know why. It doesn't want to do it. I mean, active element is active element. Okay. It doesn't like me. It really doesn't like me. Such a pity. Okay, we'll do it manually. I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad that it doesn't like me. Okay, so we have our chest in the right spot. And so yes, I would suggest to export the lid this way, so it's exactly in the same, you know. Okay, it's building a lot of stuff because yes, I mean, it's recompiling more shaders because it's never enough, you know. There is never enough shaders. Never enough. But and distance field and static meshes and but apart from that, I think it's loading in. No, I want to see when the server is loading the trade tables. Did he do it already? Give me a second. I want to see when the server is loading. It's loading NPC here. But yes, the behaviors he loaded already. The NPC types he loaded already. The recipe, it did. The brains of the NPC, it did. All the behaviors he loaded. Okay. For now seems to be okay. The triggers, the responses, the guild manager. Yeah. He loaded a bunch of stuff already. XML wise and database wise. So he loaded the quest. There is the dummy database, so there are only 30 quests, but yeah, it seems he loaded everything at the moment. He's compiling more shaders. More shaders. More shaders. Anyway, this lo-fi music is affecting me. I mean, I feel more relaxed actually. Due to the lo-fi music, I'm feeling way more relaxed. I don't know about you, but I feel more like, okay. We have a bug, who cares? I'm feeling more like that, you know? Like, a bug, okay. Hello, Piotr. Hi. If you're using static lighting, which I can see you are, I recommend disabling the distance fields to save memory. You think it would, because the distance, aren't the distance fields helping us with lights a bit or not? I think they are, no? You mean disable them completely? Like going without? Okay, so the server is up. It didn't give any errors. So now we try the client and see what happens. Now, if this works, I need to test a few things. Like I would like to test, I mean, unfortunately, we don't really have a list of test cases, you know, but no, I think it's only loading. It's only loading. It's only creating more distance fields and more textures and more shader cache and more shader maps and more whatever. But all of that is helping us to go faster. We actually timed out. We actually timed out, boys. Yeah, we need to wait the compilations and boom. Super boom. I think until the server finishes recompiling stuff, I think we will not really be able to continue, so we need to wait. We need to wait the distance field and all of that to be completed. Consider at the moment that we have only 2 maps. in out of 80 or something. So, well, we have two very large maps though. We have the Hydla map, which is the main city, which is one of the biggest that we have. You'll see that the build data is 138 megabytes. So, and we have the one where we build a new dungeon, which is 132 megabytes alone. So actually it is bigger than the main city. That's interesting. Strange. But it is. They are primarily used for ambient occlusion to complete for completion of the dynamic lighting. But since you bake your light map, they're only making the environment darker. I can try without. I have a problem with lights, that if you are an expert on lights, I really need some advice, because I have a big trouble with lights. Big trouble. The trouble is, maybe I can show you in the editor if the editor is open. No, I closed it. GG. Basically, there are some indirect shadows that are happening only when I go in epic quality settings. So if I go to medium quality setting for the shadows, they are not there. If I go to high, I think they are not too much there, but if I go to epic, they really show. And they are basically like stains on the ground that are moving continuously, and they are super annoying. I don't know if they are related to distance fields, but they are very annoying. Let me see if we can log in. Maybe we can. Ah, I've seen an error. Failure to add director character torso ladder, chainmail invalid. I have to check that, because in theory should not happen. Chainmail material cannot find. Yeah, now the client is building textures and the server is building textures as well, so. And now it's building audio files. GG. GG! He's encoding stuff. His building texture is doing a million things. He's doing a million things. Building texture, seamless stone specular. Auto DXT. 600 by 600. This is done only once, by the way, yeah, so. But still, you know, it's kind of annoying. Actually, we are in the game, but. We are inside the game, but. The loading screen doesn't go away because all these shaders are compiling, and I think we will probably time out at a certain point, but I think we are in the game. I mean, our character is actually standing there, just waiting. Sounds like distance field. Sometimes leave noisy patches. Yeah, I have like patches, exactly, and I have them mostly for example, if I have there is one that is very evident. If I launch the editor, I can show you, and I will be nice to get feedback. So I have a cave, right, which is made of, let's say, two. So it is the entrance, right? It is the entrance of the cave. Then you go down the cave. And this is I don't know, the exit or whatever, but is below it. Okay, so it's vertically below it. So this is the vertical direction. Okay, so and what happens is that if I enable epic shadows, right, it seems that this upper part is kind of leaking into the lower part in terms of shadows. And so here I see some dark patches, you know, like this, and these patches are continuously moving and expanding, and it's like they are pulsating, like if they are alive, right? So they like and it seems that they cannot find their home, or anyway their final position, right? And it looks super bad. Now, if I set this piece as no cast shadows, they completely disappear. Right? If I set no cast shadow on this guy, then they disappear. So it's definitely shadows that are coming from the same object on top of the same object, right? So they are and they are super annoying, and I find them everywhere. What I've seen is that is happening mostly when I have one-sided polygons. So if I have like a cylinder like this, and this face is back facing, because my character, you know, my character will go in here, right? So that is the character. Wait, it will go in this way, and these ones are back facing. Then it seems to me that the directional light, you know, the directional light is coming in, is probably hitting this, and then it's casting the shadow below, and it's giving this kind of leaking, and it's super annoying. I tell you, it's super annoying, and it's everywhere in our game, everywhere. Submitted shaders, 106 shaders, 300 shaders, 1 million shaders. Okay, it's going super slow, but it's going super slow because it's still compiling stuff, okay? But it seems to be working. The stuff that I was most concerned about was the character movement, because it's done with ALS, and we didn't upgrade ALS. We kept ALS in the old version. But the character seems to be moving fine, which I'm pretty happy about, actually. Yeah, is stuttering a lot. I mean, I have like 5 FPS at the moment, but the reason is that it's still compiling shaders in the background, so but I think I can show you some of those shadows, because I think I have them pretty much everywhere. If I go just in the sewers, for example, or maybe even in the temple. Maybe even in the temple there are some. I mean, basically when we are directly outside, with nothing on top of us, those shadows do not happen. They happen only when we are inside a building, usually. Yes, you see that patch or this patch? Look at the left. Look at this patch on the left. This one, right? This black thing here. I mean, has no reason to exist, but it actually exists. And these patches here, look. It's like oil. You see, it's like oil that is expanding. And I don't know how to remove them. The only way for me to remove them is go to settings, shadows, and go high or medium. You see, if I go high, they disappear. If I go epic, they appear again. So in theory, epic should be the best setting, but in this case for me, it's the worst setting. And I have no idea where they are coming from. They happen only from the inside. I think it's when I have a back-facing polygon at the top, and I don't know, for whatever reason Unreal is trying to look also at this one in the middle. I mean, it's everywhere. Or this one. I don't know. I mean, do you have an idea what they can be? Look, here is everywhere. On the side, here is everywhere. But I think it's happening even outside. For example, at the blacksmith. By the way, our NPC seems to be working fine, because this guy is scripted, and at the moment he's executing his script properly. So it seems that the XML change was probably fine. Hello, game dev. Go close to the camera. Wait, I find another spot. There's another spot that is very evident, which is here at the blacksmith. Yeah, or this one. Look at this. What is this? Look. Look at this. If I go high, look, it disappears completely. Or nearly completely. If I go medium, they disappear completely. But look at the difference between this and Shadow Epic. This. Look at this shit. Move your camera close to them, then go away. Move your camera. I mean, like this. I can even be further than that. I mean, they move while I don't know if it's based on the camera position. But look, I mean, they are like organic. They are like organic. I don't know what the hell. In this part is insane. I mean, it's completely black. It looks like it's burned. In other places like this, look, is like more reasonable. Right? This guy's mining, by the way. But for example, this one I don't understand because he's basically completely outside, right? Ouch! There was a trap. And here somehow as well, like here for example there is this thing. I mean, where is this thing coming from? Is it the projection of this? I have no idea. What is this shadow coming from? Where is this shadow coming from? And also why it changes dynamically continuously, right? Like if I move my head, look at my head, look at my head. When I move my head on top of it, it's like if I'm deleting it, right? I'm deleting it with my head, and then it's coming back. I have no idea what is this shit. It's always been here, always. It's interesting. I know it's interesting, but I would like to remove it. The only way to remove it is to do this. You see, now it's not there anymore. With high settings, it's not there. Now I know I read a lot on the internet about this kind of things, and basically everyone was saying go full dynamic. Don't use static lights ever, right? But I don't know. I mean, going static lights, I mean going full dynamic, it may, you know, you may get worse performance and yes, maybe a bit better results, but I think if I go full dynamic it will not happen probably. Yeah, but it's super bad. Look here, for example. Look at this. I mean, why I need to have this shit when I'm in Epic? If I go high, it's fine. So the engine is trying to do... The engine is trying to do more, you know? It's trying to say, hey, there is an additional thing to calculate, but... I don't know what happens if I have a torch on. But you see that it's standing still when my camera is standing still. As soon as I move my camera a bit, this gets like resized and recalculated. You see, it is like leaking more and more. If I go forward, it's leaking more. If I go backward, it's receding a bit. You see? I mean, why? What is this? And it's also taking the light of the torch. Hello, Constrabus. Hi. Any notable change in 427? No, it seems to be good. It seems to be the same. Which to me the same is good, by the way. I was just showing a problem that we always had in our shadows. At is there a hole? I think there's a hole behind this house. I was just showing an error that we always had with our shadows, but it's not everywhere. You see, like for example on this side we don't have it. I think it's due to the directional light. So, holy shit. Where the directional light is... I think the directional light is probably coming this way. And... so I think it's always on this side. It's always on this side. I think the shadows are always on this side. The bad shadows. But for example, here there is not a bad shadow. Here there is not. I don't know, it's only on certain items. And all the items are basically using the same technique in terms of textures. I mean, they are using very basic stuff, but like here, for example, there are no bad. I don't know why we have that, but here there are no bad shadows in this piece, for example. It looks to me that is when you have an object, you know, when you have an object that is shading himself, right? That is shading himself. So like the light is coming this direction, and this piece is casting a shadow on this, but it must be inside the same object. Static light don't move. Yeah, they should be static. I mean, static light should be drawn, right? So you have a map, which is the light UV map, and they are drawn in the UV map, and they are static. You know, they are. Now I don't know if Unreal is trying to mix them, you know, with the dynamic. And so this is where it's going crazy. I'm in Epic now. So for example, here there are no bad shadows for whatever reason. No bad shadows. But for example, I think in the tavern, right? In the tavern, I think there are. Because the tavern is again an inside. Look, this. I mean, the tavern itself. Look at the tavern itself. This is not the color of the. This is not the color of the wall. This wall is not black like that. This wall is... No, but this tavern probably has another problem. I don't know. That is so weird. What the fuck is trying to do here? If I go high... No, I think this tavern anyway is another problem. I think he's using some bad material because it's not possible. I think this tavern is using a weird material because it's all... You see all these specular, all the reflections? I don't think it's normal that he has this stuff. And look, he's leaving a trace. I'm leaving a trace. I'm leaving a trace on it. But I think it's the same thing, eh? But he's doing it also in high. If I go medium... If I go medium, it doesn't do it. But anyway, the color is super strange. I think this tavern has a problem in the texture. We should not take it as an example. We should not take it as an example. What about overlapping UV? You cannot have overlapping UV for static lighting. Also suggest you use 0.04 mm UV island. Check your UV channel too. We have overlapping UV everywhere. We have overlapping UV everywhere. We have tiled textures and overlapping UV everywhere. If you are saying overlapping UV maps, no. But Yeah, the channel 2. No, the channel 2 should be fine. Should be not overlapping. We can check it. But the channel 1 for sure is overlapping. Because we have tiled materials. I mean, we are reusing materials. But I'm letting Ariel do the UV map. Yes, we are importing. Let me check this house because it's very strange that it's so bad. But anyway, the good news is that it seems to be working with 427. Pretty happy about that. I don't know if everything is working, but let me check 1 second this tavern house because I think he has some pointer to the wrong material. It's impossible. It's impossible that it's looking so bad. Actually, I never checked it because it's never been my job. But I mean, there was another guy helping me on that. I never really checked it closely, but I think that probably now is the time. But I have a wiki page where I explained, you know, the issue I had with lightning, with lights, and I really had a lot of issues with that. Yeah, it's this wiki page where I explain a bit, you know, what we did and. Basically, if I was using skylight movable and directional static, the size of the light maps was so big that basically the engine was not functional for our levels, right? For our big cities. Like this city, which is very big, was having like 744 megabytes of light maps. And it was just not functioning. Plus, they were also crashing sometimes, you see. So the crash happens with skylight and directional light set as stationary, and also with skylight as stationary and directional light as movable. So we had a really engine crashes. So it was not able to load and use those light maps because they were too big or something. And so at the end, we said, fuck it. We decided to keep skylight and the directional light as movable. And it is the current setting. So at the moment they are both movable. But then I have some static lights in the level, which are, for example, the torches on the walls. Those ones are I mean, it's a bit strange that it's set as skeletal mesh and sprites, because with this one, master generic level should never be. What are we doing? We are taking this roughness map and we are putting it into the roughness, into the ambient, and into the metallic. And he actually has a default, which I think is a bad default. Why we have this default? Don't we have a default RAM empty? No, eh? I think we had a default empty RAM something. Because I don't know exactly this one what kind of values is pumping in, but probably is pumping in a metallic that is not 0. And by the way, these two are inverted. The G should be metallic and the B should be the ambient occlusion. These two are inverted, boys. If you're using dynamic directional light and skylight, you're still wasting time on light match. You have to decide whether you're going full dynamic or stationary. Well, I have the time of the day, so I need to change the light during the day. I mean, I need to go day and night, right? Now it's looking even worse. Can we have a RAM? Can we have a default RAM which is 100? I need a default RAM which is 100. At the moment, this one is yellow, right? So if it's yellow, it means that is 011. No, because green and blue makes yellow. So I think we need a default. We need a default RAM, which is but it's strange that we don't have it. I remember we were having something like that. We have a default black, a default mask. A default RMA. But default RMA, what is this? No, default RMA, this is not a good idea. Default RMA. Why this default RMA is like that? What is this? Okay, so I want a default RMA which is I want a default. Or should we do it 64 by 64, eh? I mean the minimum possible. So I want a default RMA which is roughness 1. Roughness 1. So the red channel should be, so the red channel should be 1 everywhere. Metal 0. And ambient occlusion 0. Okay, so basically it's a red texture, yes. 1 0 0. Yes, 1 0 0. Basically it's a red texture, right? Okay. So going back to the light discussion, I need a ambient occlusion 1. Why ambient occlusion 1? Ambient occlusion 0 means the wall surface in shadow will be black. I was thinking the opposite, but okay. Are you sure about that? So 0 is taking the... okay. Fine. So it becomes purple. So this one will be default RMA. Default RMA. Default RMA. So let's put it under textures. I think it's okay. And we will import it. And temp default RMA. Okay. So now this master, you know, you should not have this random RMA thingy. Okay, we should take from default RMA. And R is going in roughness, G is going in metallic, and B is going in ambient occlusion, okay? I don't know. Still my guy is looking crazy. Still my guy is looking crazy. Default RMA. So now he's seeing the default RMA, but still looking very weird. I mean, here is looking okay. Here in the editor, I mean, in the, you know, this is how we should look. This is exactly how we should look. So why in the level is looking stupid? While in the level is looking like this. Only this object, by the way. I think there are some settings on this object, maybe. No? There are some non-default. No. Try to disable. Choose the skylight. Skylight and disable skylight. Skylight. And disable distance field ambient occlusion. Distance field. Occlusion. I have an occlusion max distance. Distant field ambient occlusion. I cannot really. Well, we have a lot of settings that we override, and I don't. I mean, it was not me doing it, but We have a mean occlusion of 0.3. Control the darkest that the full occluded area can get. Distance to destroy contact shadow. Use contrast of occlusion exponent instead. Occlusion max distance. Max distance that the occlusion of one point will affect another. Occlusion combined mode. OCM multiply. I mean, I have no idea why we have these settings actually. But it was done by someone else, and I guess he had some reasons, or he was just testing, you know. He was just testing, but I can already disable it. I can restore the defaults. The default was 1000. I actually changed a bit. Mean occlusion 0 instead of 0.3. But I have no idea why this object is looking like shit like that. Occlusion combine minimum instead of multiply. I don't know. So we basically had 600, 0.3 and 600, 0.3 and multiply. This was our setting. Set occlusion max distance to 0. Okay. For sure it improved. But it's still super weird. I mean, it's super weird. You see all these vertical lines? You know, if I do this, look, because I did it already. If I remove cast shadows, you see? It becomes, well, not okay, but it becomes kind of better. But I don't understand why. I don't understand why this thing is happening in the first place, right? So like why? So we have this guy, for example, right? We have this guy. This guy or the barrel, if you want. I mean, it's the same. I mean, these are using materials that actually work. This material doesn't work. Now, the only thing that I have in this material, well, actually I have 3 materials. Let me see the other one. So they are all, okay, let me change the parent and see what happens, okay? So if I change the parent and I use the same parent of this guy, which is what? Is alpha building, okay? So we change this and we go to master alpha building. Okay, so we change the parent and we do it also on the other guy because there are 2 of them. Master alpha building. Okay, and I save it. Yes, check out. Okay, fine. Okay, master alpha building. I mean, it's still looking like shit. Is it the normal that is fucked up? Maybe it's the normal. Maybe we have a normal that it should not be a normal. Maybe we have a normal that's been imported not as a normal and is fucking up everything. I don't know. Look without the normal. Look without the normal what is going on. It's becoming all black. Okay, let me assign that shitty texture to this guy, okay? To the barrel. So I'm assigning this to the barrel. You see, the barrel looks okay. So then is the item? I mean, is the geometry? Because if I assign the same material, the same fucked up material to this barrel, right? The barrel looks fine. I mean, obviously the UV are wrong, but Is it the object itself then? I mean, is the static mesh that has some stupid settings? I don't know. Developer, visualize distance field ambient occlusion. Okay. So this guy is black, actually. Let me see if also the blacksmith is black. Yes, this guy is also black. The guy that we were seeing black is also black in this view. So what does this mean? There are not many others. I mean, there are basically these two pieces, the blacksmith and the tavern. The rest seems to be kind of fine. Look at the tavern, how black it is. It's black like hell. It's black like hell, boys. It's black. There is a ghost in it. It's cursed. It's a cursed tavern. 100%. So this, I mean, is this a setting? Distance field affect distance field lighting, distance fields in direct shadow, override distance field. I don't know. So is there a setting here that I need to change? Because it seems to be the object. I think whatever material I assign to this guy, it will always be fucked up. I mean, we can try, but I think it's not the material, right? So it's I mean, whatever material, I think I can put on it any texture. I don't know, this one. Yes, you see, and it's completely black. And in the static mesh setting, try setting the distance field resolution to higher one. In the static mesh setting. In the static mesh setting. Try to enable a higher distance field resolution. I don't see this distance field resolution. Maybe it's in the static mesh. I mean, like here. Oh my god, it's black here as well. Look, it's black like shit here as well. I don't know what the fuck is going on in this guy. UV channel 1. Let me see the light index, that guy. Destination light map 1. Light map coordinate index 1. Yes, but it's 1. Static mesh editor, yes, here. Distance field resolution scale 1. Two-sided distance field generator, distance field replenishment mesh. Okay, we can increase this to, I don't know, 40. Increase to 40, but it makes no difference. I think this thing is as wrong. Give me a second. I think this thing has been imported weird. It's impossible. I think it's been exported. I think he probably has all the normals fucked up. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's some fine-tuned settings, you know. I think it's just a massive fuck up on the model. I don't know. I mean, it's so evident. It's so evident that oh fuck, the UCX. The UCX is really a problem. Okay. I will have to redo the UCX. Do you know how to create a UCX that is actually re-exportable? Because usually when I import the UCX, it comes out like this, and then I have to go and redo it, you know, split it in pieces, because in Blender they are imported as a single piece, while Unreal wants them as separate pieces. But I don't know if you know how to do that, but I just want to do a normal, recalculate outside, normal, set from faces. Yes. I think that my take is that the normals were all fucked up. This is my take. Because it's not possible. It's not possible. Well, it's different, at least. It's slightly different. Now, saying that is correct, probably not. It's even more black now. I know, because I changed the... What the fuck? You have to click apply. Wait. Where? Distance. Distance field. Sorry, what was it? I already forgot about. Hmm. Yeah, light map resolution, minimal light distance field resolution. Distance, I don't know, 20. Let's say 20. Is under LOD 0, Is under LOD 0. Apply changes. Okay, I found it. Ah! Okay. He lasted like a second and then boom again, you know? It lasted like a second, everyone was happy, and GG. Let me try to do some more destructive operations like geometry data, clear custom split normal data, and object select all. By the way, this thing has all the sharp fucked up, just to say. I mean, this model has all the sharps completely fucked up, so there may also be a reason that the engine cannot really understand, you know, cannot really understand how to render this thing. That's possible. I mean, all of this is wrong. All of this is wrong. All of this is wrong. Wrong. So, but usually, you know, it's not doing so much damage. I mean, I never seen so much damage to a model. I never seen something that goes completely black like that. I never seen it. It's something unique, you know? Unique to this model. Okay, like this should already be better, okay? So maybe not perfect, but it should already be somehow better, because at least he has the sharp pretty much where they should be. But let me try to be a bit more destructive. So normal recalculate outside, normals set from faces, mesh shading smooth faces, object shade smooth. I mean, these settings usually are resetting everything and are putting, you know, the model into a state that usually is good, but you never know. Better. Do you think it's the resolution or the distant field resolution? Apply. Yeah, if I go to 1, it gets some it gets more bad shadows. But do you think probably I need to recalculate lights at this point? I don't know, because it's strange and it is doing this. Sorry, why the front is like that? Interior walls. Why? No, interior walls. I mean, the walls inside are other meshes. So this one should never use. This one should never use interior walls as a texture. So I don't understand why he's trying to use internal walls. Ah, he's using it for the top only. Okay, he's using it for the top only. Yes, but why now? Why now it got fucked up? I don't understand. Bro, this model is cursed. This thing is completely cursed. Look at this. I mean, in here, it shows one material at the bottom. In here, it shows another material. Ah, because I switched them? Wait. Because they are switched. Because they are switched. Because for whatever reason, they are switched compared to the sequence in Blender. Okay. I mean, it's fine. In walls 0.5. In walls 0.5. In walls 0501. Fuck, it's the same name. How can it be the same name? We have two materials with the same name, believe it or not. Hello Electra, hi. Yeah, you have to export. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. You export the UAS and not the FBX. So when you export, it's not the same model. Users is best to try and give you similar. Yeah. You have to rebuild my light map. I advise you to abandon distance fields completely and switch over to dynamic directional light and stationary skylight. No, stationary skylight was completely GG, I tell you. So with skylight and directional light as stationary, it was crashing everything. With skylight as stationary and directional light as movable, it was crashing everything. So it was not usable. It was really not usable. And now with skylight as movable and directional light as stationary, at least it was not crashing. Right? At least it was not crashing. But the side, you see, the sides of the light maps were insane. So it was completely impossible for me to run the game. Impossible. It was like loading forever, and it was super slow. You know? While with both movable, so both dynamic, it was working fine. And so at the end we said, let's use skylight and directional light as movable. Probably because of the landscape. I think it was because the landscape levels were not an issue. The problem were consider that our levels are, I mean, we have a lot of objects in one level, right? So like this level, maybe it doesn't seem too much, but I tell you that this level is this whole city above and has all the houses, all the thing, a full arena with all the things inside. Look, so all of this, you know, and there are a million lights here, a million lights, static lights, and then there is all the underground, which are all the sewers, you know, all the sewers and all the lower city, which is here with all the dungeons, all the things, and all this part to explore. So I mean, whenever calculating lights on this is GG. It takes like 2 hours, I don't know. But at least, I mean, now it works. Apart from these two buildings, you know, apart from these two buildings, it is working. So what I'm thinking is that maybe these two buildings really have very bad normals, right? Very bad normals. And because, you know, okay, this house is not, sorry, now I'm moving so fast. This house is not working, okay, but for example, this house that is next to it is working, right? So why, right? Is it using the same material? Probably not. But I can set the same material. You know, look, I set the same material that this one is using, right? And it's looking fine. Obviously the UV are fucked up, but it's showing okay. So I think it's really the normals of the outside. I think it really is. I think it really is. Okay, anyway, I will go to dinner and I will stream again tomorrow evening. Not this evening, but anyway, thank you a lot. Thank you a lot, Piotr. Thank you a lot, Game Dev, for the feedback, because this is very important feedback for me. Because I'm doing, you know, most of this stuff alone, and your feedback is super useful. Even just the test, you know, that we are doing are super useful, because makes me understand why things are, I mean, if things are going good or going bad, you know. So thank you a lot. Your feedback is very appreciated. I might apply just to prepare your project for this workflow. Yeah, I think if you find a way, I mean, if you find the best, you know, the best settings, even in a sample level, I think will be good. But consider that we have a large amount of items and a large amount of lights. And this is why I want to keep all the lights static except the sun. At least my idea was that it was a more performant setting, you know, because if all those lights are dynamic, may become very complex. But anyway, the good news, boys, is that we migrated to 427.2, so we can say migration successful. Yay! At least up to now, for what I can see, the migration is good, boys. The migration is good. I mean, the game works. The game works. And everything loaded up. So I think we are gonna release the new version with 427. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to undo all these changes. So I will basically close the editor without saving. And I'm going to fix the normals first, because that model seems to be very fucked up. And then I'm trying to see if I can fix it. Okay, I will do it tonight. So thank you for watching. Yeah, if you can join Discord, it would be great. Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. If you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that would be nice. And also, if you want to join our Patreon, it's patreon.com/planeshift, where you can have access to the alpha of the game, which is playable and usable right now, even if it's not finished. And yes, we will see you. I will see you tomorrow evening. Okay. Bye bye, boys. Goodbye. Goodbye.